Hey guys, it's Darlene and welcome to my channel. Alright, so today's video is what to see and what to do when you have 24 hours in Seattle. This is what we did. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, first and foremost, if you're already subscribed to my channel, I want to say thank you so very much. If you are not yet subscribed, do that thing. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any videos. Alright, how did we end up in Seattle for only 24 hours? Well, very simple. We flew from Boston into Seattle the day before we were to leave on a cruise for Alaska. This is quite common, so I thought, why not do a video and share what we did? So there is a very, very early flight that got us into Seattle at 20 till 11 in the morning. So we weren't allowed to go onto the ship till the next day at 2:30. So we had a good 24 hours and we sure made the best of them. So let me go ahead and share where we stayed and all of that good stuff. So we stayed at the hotel. It's a Hilton hotel and it is called the Sound Hotel, Seattle Belltown. That's why I had to look over because I'm never going to remember that ever. Belltown Tapestry Collection by Hilton. Yeah, it's crazy. It is a very kind of boutique, hippish hotel. It is an excellent location. Very, very great location. So if you go one way, you could go to the Space Needle. If you go the other way, you go to Pikes Place and the boardwalk and all the restaurants and all the stuff that's happening down there. So we arrived, by the time we got to the hotel from the airport, and it's fairly close, I want to say it was like a 30-minute drive from the airport. That seems about right from memory. And we were able to check in right away. I'm a Hilton member. I asked for early check-in prior. They're very accommodating. And so we were able to get in and be probably back out the door at like 12:30. But the hotel itself, very cute. It has a little restaurant, bar. It's very, very Seattle. That's all I have to say. And if you don't know, it's kind of like everything was like very hip and cool, and we had a really great view. You can see right here. Great room. We were sharing it with another couple and we were all pleased. Huge shower, just really great. So the first thing we did was we changed and off we went. Beautiful weather. It was like 75 and sunny. It was like yay. So we decided we're going to walk to Pikes Place. Now, we had made reservations at Maximilian's. It was in the Pikes Place market. The place is huge. Do not be overwhelmed because we did not know it was that huge. And it's like intertwined in these little narrow streets, and it's a little cray-cray down there, no joke, but lots of neat things. We talked about if we lived in Seattle, we would come down to the flower market every week to pick flowers. They were so gorgeous and so reasonably priced. I mean, it was just, they were beautiful. There was lots of art and things to buy and stuff like that. Lots of things to see. We were starving. So we wanted to see one thing first, and then we were heading, and that was the place where they throw the fish. You know, that you see in all the Seattle movies. We found it. Here it is. I'm going to stop here so that you can hear them.
One test us. One test us.
Is that right, you guys? Oh my god, I was so excited. And then we finally found Maximilian's. Now it is a French restaurant, so there's good and bad about this restaurant. Limited menu, which not so good unless you see things that your whole party is going to be excited about. Location, positive. It's on the roof deck overlooking Seattle and the big giant Ferris wheel. So the view is amazing. We ate outdoors. Our waiter was brand spanking new, you guys. I hate to say that that's a negative because I feel bad for him, but he just didn't know. I mean, he needed more training, and that's more on the restaurant than on him. The food, I had some type of fish. I'm looking at the pictures, to be honest. I had, it looks like sea bass from here, but I'll have to actually, I'll put it here if it's not sea bass. I have to look at their menu to actually see. I didn't take a picture of their menu, but I'll put their menu here too. My food was phenomenal. I think everybody enjoyed their food. The guys, there's a picture of the guys eating dessert. So the view was spectacular. The food was spectacular. It's just very limited. Also limited in what they serve for alcohol, which is kind of crazy. They do not serve sparkling wine, Prosecco. That's Italian to them, so they're French. Apparently that's just, we can't mix the two. So I had a glass of white wine of some sort, I'm sure. But yeah, so it was a little somewhat limiting, but would I recommend it? Yes, but if you got to have some flexibility, you got to be flexible, or love French food and love the fact that they're going to make no substitutions. Just saying. But it was fun. We then, since we just took a kind of started just walking down the street, and we ran into Bubblegum Alley. You gotta see it, because I don't know if there's another one in the United States. A wall of gum.
That looks like cherry right there. Cherry flavor.
Oh my God. My dress blended so perfectly into that wall, I could have been hiding. It was a lot of fun. So we saw some, there's one thing about Seattle that you should know, very artistic. There's a lot of art going on. There's a lot of murals being painted on the sides of buildings. It's really awesome. The next thing we decided is we're right here. Let's take a giant Ferris wheel. Darlene's terrified of heights. However, this is enclosed, but that's not the best part. All right, you guys, so we are officially trying the great, what's it called? The Great Wheel, the Seattle Great Wheel. Think about Seattle, you grab a cocktail before you go on. Look at this. For this giant Ferris wheel, they serve alcohol in sippy cups. No, I'm not kidding. So I got my Prosecco in a sippy cup. A lot of fun because you're waiting in line and you don't feel like you're really missing out on anything. And the Ferris wheel, oh, you guys have to do it. It's gorgeous, especially on a bright sunny day. You want to talk about some of the best lighting? I wish I could do all my videos up there. It's so beautiful, and it was a lot of fun and definitely something to do. Cheers to the Great Seattle Wheel. Yeah. Woo!
We're right on top right now. We're on the top. Coming down. All the way up.
Wheel. Look at that. Woo! And look at that view.
Yep.
Here's the spirit.
Bougie.
And by the way, they serve cocktails in sippy cups. Amazing. We did that at 5 o'clock. So I have my pictures. At 5 o'clock, we were drinking and toasting to Seattle. It's a good, I'd say, between 10 and 15 minute ride. So well worth it. Opposite direction to the Space Needle because we had so much time left. And so by 6 o'clock, 6:15, we're at the Space Needle. And again, really fun, great place. Now we've been to the Empire State Building, so the Space Needle seems a lot smaller. Once you've been to one, the other one seems smaller. But it was a lot of fun. I'm trying to think. They served cocktails. We had cocktails. We walked around. The sun was starting to kind of set a little bit, and it was really quite lovely. And went to bed early. We were in bed and probably all asleep by 9 o'clock because we knew we were going to be boarding the ship and all of that. And then the next morning, they were going to do an underground tour. It was a walking tour. So again, for those of you that didn't know, I had torn 2 ligaments in my ankle. So I was really minimizing the amount of walking prior to getting on this ship because I knew we were going to do a lot of walking. So they were going to do it, and they missed the last tour, but you could do it. If you planned accordingly, you could do the underground tour as well and have plenty of time. Got late checkout at noon instead of 11 o'clock. It was 12 o'clock, which was fine. But so we went downstairs with our luggage and we just ate a little nosh, you know, just a little something something at their restaurant, and it was good. I don't even remember what it was, to be honest. And then we got in an Uber, and it took us straight to the pier 91, which is where we took off from, and it was simple. So that is how we crammed a lot of amazing things into 24 hours in Seattle. So if you are taking a cruise or you only have a day in Seattle, those are definitely the things that I would do, and we had a lot of fun doing them, and I hope you have a gorgeous day to do it. All right, you guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, take a minute, hit that thumbs up. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.